I feel like it's been a little minute since I did one of these. Let's see if I still got the juice. So what we want to talk about? I mean, I guess we can talk about Valentine's Day. I guess we can talk about authentic love. I guess we could talk about ancient love too. Valentine's Day, authentic love, and ancient love. Because ancient is also the future. So remember, every time I say ancient, I'm always talking about the future. So, number one, just because a lot of people won't watch this whole video, when it comes to love, you have to study the Kama Sutra. It's just a must. You have to study it. If you want to rank up in a non-hierarchical but a synarchical fashion, you have to study the Kama Sutra. There's nowhere around it. You can try to argue with your definitions of love. It doesn't have any weight in this world. This world is... So let's talk about Earth real quick. So Earth is an initiation place. It's a broken place that allows you to see that there's lots of different crystals of light, so that you can remind yourself about these crystals, but your overall goal is to still complete the puzzle piece. So Earth is always going to be broken. That's just what it's going to be. There is no ever saving Earth. There's only souls that come here into this broken place, and they learn what they need to learn to complete their soul more. That's all it is. So we'll start off with that. So your definition of love is not coming from understanding of Earth itself. It has no weight at all. It has no weight at all. So Valentine's Day and people wearing red on this full moon. So you got people wearing red on a full moon all over the world, celebrating this dream fantasy of love, and not even knowing what Earth is. Not even knowing what Earth is, but celebrating this dream fantasy of love on a full moon. That sounds like Earth. That sounds like Earth. So there is no shame to this at all. And I want you to know as well that even every single time that you speak, there's a fraction, even you can say the most beautiful thing in the world, there's still a fraction of shame, guilt, and pride speaking the English language in every single sentence that you ever proclaim. Speaking itself has shame, guilt, and pride inside of it, as long as it's an Earth language. Any Earth language is going to have that. Okay? It's already backwards. So, remember that. Let's see. No ebook out. America. But new ebook on the way. Shaman alchemy. I can teach people how to be a shaman. That's going to be a little bit of my next goal. Is to create a course for people to become a shaman the right way, because there's really no shamans here. Like, they are here, but they're not what you think a shaman is. So it's pretty pointless to even do ceremonies at this point with shamans. It's completely pointless, because they haven't even learned shamanism. They haven't studied shamanism. They just, it's all corporate now. It's all earth-based now. Shamanism now is earth-based, and it was never meant to be earth-based. It was supposed to be somewhere where you can actually become whole. A setting where you can become whole. So just fragmenting people more and more nowadays, and that's what it is. All right, so Valentine's Day. So the slave Valentine is one of the hybrid Roman priests. Maybe you don't know, but the Roman priests, the Roman church, the Roman priest, i.e. what y'all call the government, because it's all a mental thing, governing the minds. this guy Valentine, he fed off little boys. The evidence is, do your own research. He fed off little boys. He ate little boys. He started the adrenochrome culture. Before it was a culture, it was a cult. It was a cult, and he made it into a culture. Valentine did, yes. The Valentine that y'all speak on, that y'all be so guilty and shameful when y'all think about sex trafficking and, you know, child pedophilia. Y'all be wanting to be on that tip, but y'all go ahead and celebrate Valentine's like nothing. Right? So Valentine made this culture, and now every single time somebody's wearing red or celebrating in a red fashion on Valentine, they're giving energy to the energy that creates that culture all throughout the year. They're just harnessing. They're just harnessing all throughout the year. That's just literally that simple. I don't want to make it like an evil thing. It's just, you do what you got to do in these lifetimes. And Valentine, that's what he was on. And so all his people that be making all this money now, you know, to satisfy their own lack of, you know, knowing what Earth is. That's all it is. People are what you can call quote unquote evil because they don't know what Earth is, and it's the lack of knowledge of what Earth is. And that's why we see them as evil. And they do quote unquote evil things or live backward things because they can't harness that light like that. That's all it is. Yeah, at least, you know. Lots of changes, and people just try to slow down changes with their powers, like Valentine's Day is literally just trying to slow down the change of knowing what Earth is, right? So that's what it is. Full moon is just harnessing all that energy, and love is not even understood for what it's supposed to be. When you see someone and you admire someone and they're beautiful, it's supposed to be a reflection of yourself, a refraction of yourself. It's supposed to make you appreciate them so much and their beauty so much that they can actually help you see the beauty inside of yourself. And so anytime you fantasize about somebody, which love is all about nowadays on Earth, is about fantasizing, without actually like disintegrating the thought of other in the first place. Like if you don't get all the way there, you can't truly ever love anyone. So that's really authentic love, is where you see someone's beauty and you meditate on it. You don't fantasize about it. You can, it's a pressure to fantasize, but you transform it into love of self-love. Because that's the only true love. If it doesn't make it all the way back to self-love, then it's literally disgusting. It's literally rape. It's literally rape. And you know this whole world is full of rapists because they don't know what Earth is. So they're literally just rape. They're rapey vibes everywhere. So, you know, not to guilt or shame anyone. That's the opposite of what I want to do. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to let you know that if it's not authentic love, then it's rape love. Because if you fantasize about somebody without their consent for you to fantasize about them in that manner, like they agree, yes, this is what I want, this is exactly what I want. If they don't agree on that, that's a projection rape, and that's not authentic love. So last but not least, ancient love, so future love. So when we talk about ancient and future love, we have to go back to our ancestors and really decipher which of our ancestors were really, the simplest way to put it, most royal, not modern day royal people. That's not royal. Would you call Queen Elizabeth your ancestor? Would you call you know, like all these people that call themselves royal nowadays, would you call them your ancestors? No. So go back to your actual ancestors. I know most of you don't have enough imagination because you're, you know, too clogged up. You're too dirty right now. But that's okay. I'll let you know. All of your ancestors did things in a very systematic, dynamic way. It was so simple that it was super complex. And they basked in it. They loved it. It was like a trip how complex it was. Because it was so simple, like you pop in a mushroom, so simple, and it brings you so much complexity. Life becomes so complex on a mushroom that you just love it. And you love it. You feel so much love flowing throughout your bloodstream, and you literally can't help but to surrender to it. So this is the way that, again, study the Kama Sutra. It's a very mature book, but maturity is love. Mother, sure, nature, maturity. Mother Nature. If you don't know Mother Nature, you don't know Earth, you don't know love. It's that simple. This is a heart place. This is a womb place. You know? That takes a good amount of love. And if you do not know love, you cannot be love. And if you cannot be love, you can't ever know love. So, with that being said, it's a felt thing. And most of y'all are way too much in your minds. Like, if you felt love, you would never feel Valentine. You would be like, hell no, I ain't finna just worship this shit once a day. I mean, once a year. Not even once a day. I'm a love all throughout the day. Most people give the flowers in that hour. They eat the chocolate and that's it. They get that high. It's like a cocaine high. And that's it. So, with that being said, that's what I'm gonna be teaching in my new book, Shaman Alchemy. My old book, America, not even old, it's still fresh out the womb. It's still in the womb, to be honest. My old book, America, it'll teach you everything you need to know about love as well. But my new book, Shaman Alchemy, is to pretty much get people to understand, like, yo, life doesn't have to be this hard in its complexity. Complexity was never meant to be hard. Right? So what you have is, you have chakra systems. Let's put it like this. You have chakra systems, and all of them are pulsing out all the colors of the light spectrum that we live in reality. You have all this light spectrum. And those light spectrums are the colors of the chakra system. Right? And then you have the chakra system that is aligned to the organs and the glands. That's those systems. The organ system and the glandular system. And so you can imagine your organs and your glands are the same colors as the chakras. And so if you have gunk on top of, but not also on top of, but in your organs, then you're gonna have weird color symmetry. It's just gonna not paint a clear picture, right? And so what it is that people have nasty organs, nasty chakras. It's that simple. Nasty organs equals nasty chakras. Y'all don't even have the light spectrum just pulsing out like that. Like, y'all light spectrum is like all dim. Every single light spectrum is dim in y'all chakras and in y'all organs. Because these organs have colors and they're trying to sing colors, right? And so what it is, what love truly is, what shamanism truly is, like if you pop a mushroom or eat ayahuasca, drink peyote, anything that you want to do, what it is, it shows you what you could look like in a condensed version if all your organs and chakras were clean and all in the beautifulest symphony. It shows you what you already have potential of. And so literally what we do at DMT, Dragon Phoenix and my Aunt Tribe, is we do the Kundalini meditation, alchemy of white light. And so we teach people how to actually understand what shamanism really is. You're putting people into that white light. And the white light is also the dark light. And that's why people go into the darkness, or into the brightness on these trips. And so this isn't being said in the simplest way that I just did it. And we can make it more complex. But if it's not at least this simple, it's not shamanism, bro. Because you're not telling people, like, this is the technologies of the body. And it's not love. Because shamanism was always supposed to be from love, and it's commercial. I love yourself. Praises and cheers.